Alrighty, good evening. Today I'm here to talk about a topic that I'm pretty sure all of us are guilty of. That is the psychology of procrastination. You know, we can always ask why. Why do we wait? Why do we procrastinate? Why do we leave everything for the last minute? Well, today, after a little bit of research that I've done, we're going to be discussing it a little bit further. One of the things that I found out, or as I look into my own life, is I do procrastinate a lot. Just with doing homework, sometimes with work, folding the laundry, changing the oil in the car. Often I kind of just wait for the last minute to do all those things. Even though we can sit here and think about all the repercussions, we can think, oh, if I don't fold the laundry, it's just gonna be a mess of laundry sitting around the room or the laundry room. I can think of, if I take too long to change my oil in the car, repercussions are pretty high. I can possibly mess up the car. I can give issues to my car that later on are gonna be worse than just go ahead and getting the oil change. Doing the homework, you might be sitting there Tuesday evening trying to finish your homework when you know it has to be submitted by midnight. We do this, and we do this a lot. Not everybody, of course, but as human beings, I think, I don't know, maybe there's something in our mind that kind of pushes us that way. And I did find a quote that was very interesting. That is by Dr. Fuchsia Sirois from Durham University. We procrastinate not to avoid work, but to avoid negative feelings associated with the task, such as anxiety, boredom, self-doubt. I think for me, that kind of could be the case, mixed emotions about it. Maybe I'll wait last minute to do my homework just because I get in my head about, oh, I have to record it, I have to do something, I have to do more research, then I do enough research. I kind of get in my own head. With changing the oil, like I said before, maybe that's a little bit more of the, I don't want to take the time to do it, or I don't want to pay for somebody to do it when it's something I can do myself. But then I find time being somewhat limited as my days and my weeks go by with work, spending time with family, spending time doing the things that I enjoy doing. We kind of leave things just for the last minute. Another quote that I found is, we cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. And that was Abraham Lincoln. To me, that just spoke a lot. Just saying, hey, you gotta get it done, get it done. And it's something that I kind of practice most every day, of course. Practice makes perfect. I'm gonna keep trying until I make it. Maybe next week I'll make it a point not to turn in my homework so late, or right at the time where I'm supposed to submit it. Maybe next time I have an oil change, I will change it when I need to, or when the car tells me, or where the mileage hit that time or whatnot. That way I'm not just waiting to the last minute to do so. At the same time, there's also people that work very well under it. For example, myself with work, I do believe that I do work better under pressure. If I have certain kind of tasking or certain kind of paperwork or presentation that I have to do, I think the last minute does help me focus on it a lot more. And the pressure of it makes it better for me. There was a quote from somebody, about somebody very famous, that was Leonardo da Vinci. He was very notorious for leaving work unfinished for years. He took 16 years to complete the Mona Lisa. He actually never completed the Final Supper to his liking, and that was written by Walter Isaacson, who wrote a biography of Da Vinci. In conclusion, we always gonna ask ourselves, why did I wait so late? Why did I not do this when I had the time? And that is just something that, in my opinion, we have to practice and we have to get better at, to not have that stress, that sometimes unnecessary stress at the end of the week, at the end of the day, at the end of the year, to get things done that we need to get done. Thank you.